The Mercedes G-Class has been a staple for the German brand's identity for decades, and for 2025, this iconic boxy SUV will take things to the next level by going all electric. The Mercedes EQG is all set to be the SUV of your dreams, and today we'll tell you all about it. Let's get the obvious out of the way first. Will it even be called the EQG when it goes on sale? That's a bit of a mystery, as the upcoming electric G-Class throws a curveball at our naming expectations. Here's why. Traditionally, Mercedes uses EQ to denote electric vehicles, and the concept car for this electric G-Class was the concept EQG. Plus, Mercedes filed trademarks for names like EQG 560 and EQG 580, suggesting EQG was the path they chose to go down initially. But hold on, Mercedes might be ditching the EQ branding altogether, possibly as early as this year, which throws the EQG name into question. There's also talk of Mercedes turning G into its own sub-brand, potentially including a smaller electric G-Class crossover. So while EQG seems like the logical choice based on past practices, Mercedes is throwing us a surprise with the official name G580 with EQ technology. It's a bit of a mouthful. The EQ technology tacked on feels clunky compared to the rugged simplicity of G580. Perhaps a future name will be more streamlined, considering the potential EQ branding shift, but for now, the G580 with EQ technology it is. Controversial name aside, the styling of the electric G-Wagon has impressed the even die-hard gearheads who won't settle for anything but the best. The exterior is a love letter to the iconic G-Class design, instantly recognizable with its boxy silhouette and rugged charm. However, Mercedes has subtly woven in some futuristic design cues that hint at the electric beast beneath the familiar skin. Unlike many EVs that embrace an out-of-this-world aerodynamic look, the electric G-Wagon stays true to its off-road roots. You won't find any radical curves or swooping lines here. This is a deliberate choice, as the G-Class is known for its go-anywhere capability, and a dramatic design overhaul could compromise that functionality. However, some subtle tweaks elevate the design for the electric era. The most noticeable difference is the illuminated grille accents, a departure from the traditional G-Class look. These accents add a touch of modern flair while maintaining the overall aggressive stance. Interestingly, Mercedes offers an optional blacked-out front panel for those who prefer a more classic appearance. Another key differentiator is a slightly raised bonnet. This seemingly minor change improves aerodynamics, which is crucial for maximizing range in an electric vehicle. The focus on aerodynamics also continues with air curtains incorporated into the rear wheel wells. The A-pillars receive new cladding to further optimize airflow, with the final touch being a new spoiler lip on the roof, contributing to better aerodynamic performance. All these subtle additions help the electric G-Wagon slip through the air more efficiently, a stark contrast to the traditional G-Class, which puts brute force over sleekness. While these changes enhance the electric G-Wagon's efficiency, they are tastefully integrated, maintaining the essence of the classic design. Compare this to other electric SUVs, and the difference is night and day. Thought we were done? Hold that thought, as the rear of the electric G-Wagon throws in one final surprise. The traditional spare tire mount now houses charging cables and other optional goodies, but Mercedes hasn't forgotten about the purists and still offers the option to mount a spare tire there, a clever nod to the G-Class's off-road legacy. The EQG might look familiar on the outside, sharing the iconic boxy silhouette of its gasoline-powered sibling, but beneath that familiar skin lies a revolution, a fully electric drivetrain. Achieving this feat while also making sure that the EQG maintains or surpasses the G-Class's legendary off-road prowess required some clever engineering. Ironically, the key to this transformation lies in the G-Class's very essence, its old-school ladder frame. This traditional body-on-frame design, often seen as archaic in the world of sleek unibody electric vehicles, has played a fundamental role in solving the packaging puzzle for the EQG. With the bulky internal combustion engine and its associated hardware removed, a significant amount of space has opened up between the axles and within the frame rails. This vacant space becomes the perfect location to house the EQG's massive high-capacity battery pack. The space at either end of the frame rails also proved ideal for positioning electric motors, effectively converting the G-Class into a powerful electric beast. However, simply placing the battery and motors within the frame wasn't enough. To ensure the EQG retained the G-Class's renowned off-road capability, Mercedes had to address the frame's rigidity. The removal of the heavy engine meant the frame could potentially experience increased flex, which wouldn't be ideal for navigating challenging terrain. To address this, Mercedes has implemented reinforcements throughout the frame, making it stiffer and better equipped to handle the stresses of off-road driving. Another crucial aspect of off-roading is the EQG's wading depth. After all, a true G-Class needs to be able to conquer not just mountains, but also water crossings. To achieve this, Mercedes has encased the battery pack in a high-tech composite panel that stretches across the entire undercarriage between the axles. This waterproof casing ensures the battery remains protected from the elements, translating to the EQG offering a maximum fording depth of 850 millimeters or 33 inches depending on how you like to measure it. This means the electric G-Wagon can wade through water nearly a foot deeper than its gas-powered counterpart, further solidifying its position as a true off-road champion. It would be an understatement to say that Mercedes has pushed the boundaries of the electric G-Wagon's capabilities. They claim the EQG can handle slopes as steep as 35 degrees, a testament to the impressive engineering and how the low center of gravity inherent to electric vehicles thanks to the placement of the battery pack beneath the floor. And the combination of these features ensures the electric G-Wagon isn't just powerful and luxurious, it's also supremely capable when the pavement ends. Now, let's delve into the suspension setup of the EQG. The G-Class has traditionally utilized a multi-link independent front axle paired with a non-independent solid rear axle. This configuration, while robust for off-roading, presents a challenge when integrating electric motors. In a vehicle like the Rivian R1S with 4 independent electric motors powering each wheel directly is a relatively straightforward process. However, the EQG utilizes just 2 electric motors, and combining them with a non-independent rear axle demanded some out-of-the-box thinking. Mercedes' solution involves strategically placing the motors within the rear axle housing and employing a mechanism to distribute power and torque to each rear wheel individually, allowing the EQG to maintain the off-road prowess of the regular G-Class while enjoying the benefits of electric motors, like the instant torque and mountains of power. Talking about the powertrain, the G580 with EQ technology throws out the rulebook when compared to its gas-guzzling G-Class siblings. Gone is the familiar rumble of a combustion engine, replaced by the quiet hum of 4 electric motors, 1 per wheel. This innovative setup translates into a staggering 579 horsepower and a mind-bending 859 foot-pound of torque, figures that would leave even the most powerful AMG G-Wagon in the dust. The combination of an independent suspension setup for the front wheels and a solid rear axle out back might seem unconventional for an electric vehicle, but initial tests have proven it to be surprisingly adept. The G580 tackles off-road trails with impressive maneuverability and capability, staying true to the G-Class spirit. On paved roads, the electric powertrain shines again. The instant torque delivery from the electric motors provides a thrilling thrust, completely different from the gasoline engines found in traditional G-Wagons. The G580 with EQ technology might have a silent revolution hiding under the hood, but on both tarmac and trails, it retains the capability that has defined the G-Class legend for decades. The electric powertrain of the G580 with EQ technology unlocks some neat party tricks too, like the ability to perform a tank turn. Imagine this, you're on a narrow trail, facing an obstacle that requires you to turn around on a tight path. The traditional G-Wagon would need to reverse and maneuver in inches, but the G580 with EQ technology has a secret weapon under its sleeve, the G-turn. This clever feature allows Mercedes' new electric SUV to spin a full 360 degrees within its own length by independently controlling the left and right wheels and powering them in opposite directions. This is particularly impressive considering the G-Class's boxy design and long wheelbase. However, there are limitations. G-turn is designed for loose surfaces and low speeds, so don't expect to be executing pirouettes on the highway. As you might have already expected, the off-road prowess extends far beyond fancy spinning tricks. The G580 with EQ technology also boasts a 3-speed intelligent off-road crawl function. This system automatically maintains a pre-selected crawling speed, allowing you to focus on navigating challenging terrain without having to sweat modulating the throttle. While you're tackling a rocky incline or a loose descent, the crawl function keeps the SUV moving at the optimal pace, ensuring control and stability. Another innovation here is what Mercedes calls G-steering, a system that varies the power delivered to each individual motor, effectively tightening the turning circle and making those tricky off-road maneuvers a breeze. Mercedes engineers haven't forgotten the essentials though. Virtual differential locks and torque vectoring are here, mimicking the behavior of the traditional mechanical differentials to ensure the G580 retains its legendary off-road prowess. The EQG might seem like something out of left field, but the more you look at it, the more it makes sense. This next-generation G-Class combines the tried-and-tested capability with an efficient powertrain, offering off-road enthusiasts the best of both worlds. While we can guarantee that it won't be cheap, you'd be getting more than your money's worth, and that's for sure. Let us know your thoughts about the electrified Mercedes G-Class in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe to MOTORYTHM.